Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me. Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it.
What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. How is it going? This was insane. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to find some pants. I didn't want another situation like last time. Thank you guys for choosing to be here with me. It is a big night. Y'all, we got Lisa Rinna was attacked, abused, traumatized. This episode was jam-packed with so much at the beginning. I was like, wait, I already got a page of notes before we even got to Kathy. And Kathy was the meat, potatoes, and caviar of this episode. Y'all, this was a lot. I was like, this is a lot of notes. So I'm not doing my normal stuff. Maybe I'll make another video later about all of like the background stuff that went on, because we just have all reunion to get to. It was so good. Like, it was so good. If you're new here, y'all, we are about to get into some things. It's a lot. We started off with Erica. Poor abused Erica. Erica has just had it the roughest. Oh my God, poor Erica. And her drinking. Y'all, the theme of this reunion was cop out. I feel like if Erica says enough, I'm in therapy, then we are just supposed to dismiss all of her bad behavior. And with Rinna, as long as she mentions Lois, dismissed. It's okay, Rinna. It's okay. Like, we're gonna speed through the Erica part. Let's see. Off rip, we get Erica and Garcelle's son. Now, Erica wanted to just be able to say, oh, my bad. But Garcelle had some really good questions in there. Like, why him? Because we saw her the whole night. And she targeted and traumatized her older son by always, gapping open her legs and trying to get his attention, which did not work, by the way. But then her younger son got cursed out. This was the moment for her to really take accountability for what she did. And no surprise, people, she did not take accountability at all. It was just kind of like, I'm sorry I did it. We move on to Kyle. And Kyle and Dorit laughing about it. Like, oh, my volume is low? Let's see. My stuff is on. It shows. I'll sit closer to the camera. Can you hear me better now? It's still low? Okay. Let's try this. Better? Oh, okay. So y'all can hear me. Let me know. We got 200 people while you're waiting for me to fix my volume, people. Hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button while you're waiting. Okay. You're good. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so we got Kyle trying to say that she felt horribly about the way that she laughed at the fact that Garcelle's son got cursed out. Not enough. Because when she shot back, well, I would have had a different experience had I did it to your kids. This was Dorit's face. Where is it? Oh, wait, I don't have the picture. Crap. I'll show it to you later. But Dorit was like, oh, as body language says, no, this is the reality of the situation. You literally laughed at this girl's kid getting cursed out. You got one throwing her body at him, at one of them, and then the other one is cursing them out. Like, the way that Andy had to apologize for glossing over the fact that they threw her book away, this was a good reunion, but I had moments where I was extremely, oh, I'm too loud now? Okay, y'all. What is going on? Am I too loud? Is this better? Too loud. Okay. I'll try to talk more. I'm really, please hit the like button. Okay. So, let's move on from Kyle and Dorit. It was just really annoying to think that the expectation is that every time something happens to Garcelle, she's just supposed to sit there and look pretty, and the girls say, "Oh, I'm sorry." But Sutton makes one soulless conversation, and all of a sudden, you can't say that to anybody. And we're gonna go back. The Sutton conversation about Diana being soulless reverberates through this entire episode because what's good for the goose is not good for the candor. I'm just like, we got about 250 people in here, so please hit the like button. Let's try to get to 150 likes. Mods, let me know where we're at. I see you guys in here. I know y'all can't wait for the panel part, but this was a lot. Garcelle was trying to get Dorit to admit that she should have spoken up in the moment. Wouldn't do it. She said, she told Erica after the scene, you can be a good friend to somebody and nudge them as they're saying something. Dorit it felt like she was complicit. She watched Erica curse this boy out and said, oh, something very quiet to her, as opposed to what Crystal did by moving her out of the scene. Garcelle needed her to say, I'm sorry that I did not say more, and I don't think she got that. I really don't think she got that at all. Super infuriating what they did to Garcelle on this reunion. Garcelle should curse Andy out. You should curse him out because you did not get a good enough explanation for the stuff that happened to you. Erica was cleared of the earrings, but she wants them back. I'm not going to go too deep into that because we've already kind of picked that apart. But she wants specifically them to stop asking her about the victims because in her eyes, she has no victims. In her eyes, she is absolutely clean. She wants to keep her earrings and she wants to make sure that they don't talk about it anymore. I'm in therapy. That is a cop-out. That is a definite cop-out. Oh, you guys knew I was in therapy. You knew I was going through something. No, they know that you don't care about these people that your husband hurt. That's what we know, Erica. Y'all had to get a double of Casa del Sol today. It was too much. She actually had the gall to say to Kyle, I needed you to be more neutral in that situation. So all season long, we've seen the Fox Force floozies literally have each other's back no matter what. Nothing could happen that they actually spoke on camera about. And Kyle speaks on camera about probably the most atrocious thing that we've heard on this show. And she's now saying that they need to be more neutral. I can't make that make sense. Like, I was about to say I'm with Kathy, but Kathy, we gotta talk. You had a couple moments, Kathy. Love you. But that comment about that text message, I was like, oh Lord. Like, your receipt is that your text. We'll get to it. I told you this is jam-packed. This is actually jam-packed. So while they are talking about this, my mind keeps going back to Sutton. So why is Sutton admonished for saying that, she didn't get robbed today when they were talking about Dorit, but everything that Erica said is okay? They raked this Sutton over the coals for what she said in the moment about Dorit, literally to somebody else. But Erica can say all these things, curse all these women out, and it's just okay. She's having a bad day. She's had a rough season. I can't. I can't. They really need to break up the Fox Force floozies or the flunkies or whatever they're called. They need to break them up. Maybe fire Erica, demote Dorit to a friend of the show. But like this jam-packed reunion of them defending each other consistently, no matter what they say. Even Garcelle said that Sutton is kind of full of herself. That's what real friends do. Like, you can poke at a friend, you can play like Andy needs to break them up. Kyle said that Erica was out of control, but to me, it felt like she was only speaking up because of the amount of heat that she got. I think that she was fine defending this woman the entire time. I think she was absolutely fine defending Erica the entire season. It wasn't until she got backlash that she decided to speak up. Kyle is very calculated, and Kathy knows it. And that's exactly why Kathy doesn't let her get away with all those crocodile tears. But Dorit asked a good question. Why can't you show empathy and also wait for the legal process to play out? That was a great question. Erica didn't answer it. Erica did not answer it at all. She keeps saying about the earrings, we're on appeal for legal reasons. She said that 3 times. I'm pretty sure that was getting on Andy's nerves, but I want to show you guys this and tell me if this is normal. Erica was literally on her phone. I remember Kenya got a phone call one day and Andy looked at her with fire in his eyes. So Erica is able to basically dismiss him, but Kenya gets reprimanded. That was really a funny scene though, because she got him back. She asked him something like, he was like, sweetie, we're in the reunion. Really put your phone away. And she goes, well, you're chewing gum. And he goes, fine, I'll swallow it. And Kenya was like, that wasn't the first time you said that. And he never forgot that. He actually talked about that being one of what he felt was one of the most disrespectful things that a housewife has said to him. Little side note. Y'all know I love Kenya. Anyway, she had her phone out. Y'all tell me if the Atlanta girls could have got away with being on their phone and talking to Andy the way that she talked to Andy. Y'all can put that in the comments. Y'all, we got about 350 people in here. Let's try to get to at least 200 likes. I don't know where we're at because the episode's too jam-packed, but mods, keep me posted, please. So that was just weird to me that Andy allows this particular cast to get away with everything that RHOA and Potomac would not be able to get away with. Just saying. Erica, this was interesting. He starts talking about Bernie Madoff. And I actually likened Erica's situation to Bernie Madoff. We had a debate about it, and it was like, well, some people say she should be able to keep some of the wealth. Some people say she should be able to keep the earrings. And I was like, well, Bernie Madoff's wife literally is living in an apartment now. She didn't have any of the money. However, I found out today that Bernie handed over $80 million as long as his wife could keep $2.5 million. So I'm one that I deliver the facts, like it or love it. She got to keep $2.5 million of victim money so that the government could retrieve $80 million for the victims. The difference in this situation is Tom didn't hand over any money. Bernie did. But in all fairness, she did get to keep $2.5 million for the rest of her life. So she's living in a small community. The problem is a lot of those people gave to Bernie, so she's kind of like an outcast in her own community, kind of like Erica. But that was just a little known fact. I thought it was cool that Andy likened her to Bernie Madoff's wife in the same way that I did. Moving on, because we got to get to Kathy. Okay, Ruth Madoff, blah, blah, blah. Kathy. Kathy entered the room. Now, that was funny. When she said, hello, girls, this is what I got from it. That's what I got. And that was directed right at Rinna. That's why Rinna made this face. That's exactly what Rinna made this face. And she started off with the zinger when she said, you know, I'll take it down in 20 minutes. Like when Rinna posts and deletes, Kathy came in hot. Kathy came in ready. Kathy came in prepared. And Kathy came in looking good. Just like Nana, who has entered the room. Everybody say hello to Jolene's mom, Nana. Kathy was ready. And I'm here for it. Now we get to the liquor part. And I want to show you guys this. All this about Kendall Jenner is my friend. I want to try her wine. Lisa had to backtrack on these comments. Lisa Rinna backtracks after saying she's friends with Kendall Jenner on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Basically, the story goes, she's not friends with Kendall Jenner, but she knows the family. And when that came out, what happened? Kris Jenner started taking all these pictures of Kathy Hilton, basically saying, we are going to blacklist you for what you did to my friend. The Kardashians are extremely powerful in Hollywood, and Rinna's career is already hanging on by a thread. So it probably would not have been smart to declare war with somebody who is so very, very popular. Just saying. Meanwhile, you got Erica admitting that she had a whole bunch of clients. I forgot to say that. Erica let us know that she has a roster of clients at the beginning. She's having lots of sex with lots of clients. Clientele. Y'all do the math. Kathy couldn't even say Kimosabi. That was hilarious to me. Komosabi. Basically, Kathy's saying that her issue wasn't so much with Rinna. Rinna annoyed her, but her issue was with Kyle because Kyle was supposed to have it set up and she opted not to. Like, Kyle could have had that set up so quick. Hey, guys, we're doing a tasting at Kimosabi. All Kathy's liquor. You can buy out the bar. It's super easy if you're rich. You pay the bartender, you pay the bar, whatever fee, and you buy it out. Between the two, they could have done it. They opted not to. So I'm still Team Kathy on this. I would be mad. Y'all, if I get a liquor and you're my friend, I'm going to need you drinking it all the time. Period. Even if you don't like it. Oh, yeah, Mim's tequila. Y'all better show up and show out. And that's what she wanted. And I like that Andy gave all the examples of all of their products, their failing products that nobody buys. Have you heard anything else about Dorit's wedding line? No. Have you heard anything else about Buco de Pepo? No. It's null and void. It's storyline type stuff. Rinna is trying to hawk this stuff, but I don't know too many 60-year-old women who want to look like Rinna. Just saying. Hey, Jolene. So we got a mother-daughter duo on here. Jolene and Nana are in the building. It was so much. I want to say this, though. Remember I told y'all last week that it felt like Rinna was trying to be Khloe Kardashian? Now, y'all tell me, because I don't know everything about Kabbalah, but that looks like a Kabbalah bracelet. And what I remember about Kabbalah specifically was Madonna started doing it, and then a lot of starlets started wearing it like it was jewelry, and I heard that it was inappropriate to the religion. Now, as far as I know, I've never heard Rinna talk about practicing Kabbalah. If I'm wrong, you guys let me know. But I thought that it was really strange to me. If she's not practicing Kabbalah, you're trying to look trendy by using a religion. I didn't like that, but y'all can tell me. I don't know. We got it. Kathy was upset with Kyle. Kyle starts crying almost as soon as Kathy enters. Now, that's a problem for me because I'm receiving that as, now you are the crying victim. I can't say anything to you because you have been crying the entire time. It gives, like Kathy said, this is nothing to cry about. Period. Kathy was the one that was in the hot seat. Kyle crying is a cop-out. It is the fragility for me, guys. She's so fragile. Oh my God. If you're crying like this, then just fall in line. It would be super easy. I don't get along with my sisters all the time, but I'll be damned if I don't get along with them in public. No, we're not about to fight in public, and nobody's about to say anything crazy to them or about them when I'm there. I can get really buck. Y'all would, there's a whole nother side to Mims. And it comes out with my family. So guys, we got almost about 500 people in here. I think 300 likes. Let's try to get to 300 likes. That would definitely that would help. It would definitely help. Oh wait, I got a super chat. Okay, we got about 200 likes, so we're just 100 away, guys. Hit the like button. Y'all, I'm giving you guys content. Thanks, Sheila. She says Kyle tried to pull a Karen with that crying, but Kathy wasn't having it. So you see what, you're my people. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sheila. That's where I'm going with that. Kathy knows that her sister does this to buck the system, and we're all seeing through that. It doesn't even make any sense that Kathy was just like, girl, I see you, but my target is her. But if you F with me, you can be my target too. Well, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we get to what Erica said about Kathy. Now, this was a big one because I watched her mouth, and Erica alleged that this woman said old effing, we'll just say rhymes with this, MAGOT. That is what she alleged Kathy said to her. The problem that I have with this, because, it could be true. I don't think that part is true, but let's just devil's advocate. If she said that, and an hour later, Rinna is coming to you saying, oh my God, she's doing this, wouldn't that be in the text thread? Wouldn't she have said, well, she told me, she called the DJ the F word, right? Like, wouldn't that be the conversation? Oh, she's breaking her glasses and threatening me, and I feel threatened. I'm nervous. That would be in that text thread, and it's not. Now, Kathy, I'm a straight shooter, pow pow. We got to get to this text thread. Now, you came in guns a-blazing, but when you started talking about, well, it's not on my phone, and everybody just, they couldn't even go hard on you because, girl, you deleted that. Girl, you deleted that. Kathy, girl, you deleted that message, and I was here for you. That's the only mistake you made. I know you're not accustomed to having to defend yourself, Kathy, so I'm gonna give you some grace on that one. But you know good and goddamn well that you deleted that message that you sent to Rinna. You deleted it, girl. We know you did. I love you, Kathy. I'm drinking your tequila. You got a good $50 from me, but you deleted that message. But after that, it was boom, boom, pow. Let's see. She told Rinna, I have a better reputation than you. True. This was spicy. The HR investigation. Does that mean that Rinna went to HR on Kathy? That is extremely bold. Like, in this world, you have connections. Erica Jane was formerly connected to the Kardashians. They had her on the app. There's all kinds of things that connect you to people in this world. The fact that they chose to fall on this sword to go against probably one of the most influential, powerful people on any franchise cast, just because of her affiliations with the Kardashians and her super uber rich friends who are producers and all this kind of stuff, casting directors, all these people know the Hiltons, all these people know the Kardashians. Insane that this happened, y'all. Like, if you say that somebody said the F word, you better have proof that they said it. And it can't just be your word against hers. The morally corrupt Erica Jane's word against Kathy Hilton. Oh, what's up? Oh, we got a celebrity in here, y'all. The Real Estate Insider. Dude is doing his thing. He has like millions and millions of views. If you ever want to see a celebrity's house, check him out. Thanks for the super chat. So that was juicy. That's a tidbit. That might be a whole nother video that I gotta make on that. Yes, Karen did go to HR, Marsha. on Candace, and you see how that went. Ebony went to HR on Ramona, but I believe those stories. I believe Ramona is a racist. Let's see. Oh, this was also good. Kathy told Erica, your doesn't even belong to you. Yours does not belong to you. I was living for that moment because it's true. That's how we all feel. Everything that you got by ill-gotten means does not belong to you. And the fact that you are fighting for it is absolutely asinine. Erica, what she should have done is come back on this show, be humble, talk about herself as the victim, try to do everything she can for the people that have been victimized by her husband, acknowledge it. She didn't do it. And if she won in the court of public opinion, it could sway the actual court. But that's not what she's giving us. She had that one little dry ass tear on this episode. Tamara says, "I cannot wait to see this. Is this a 7 to 10 episode? Am I getting too hyped?" This was everything, y'all. This cast, as much as people hate to say it, has really done the thing. We are in there. We are in there. Thank you so much, Tamara. Fifi, she says, "Mims, keep it up. When do you sleep?" I have not really been sleeping a lot. I haven't. I wake up in the morning. I made a video this morning. Went to the gym. Worked till about 5:30. Came here, set up. I don't really get much sleep. I like y'all. I'm. YouTube is not easy, and my real life isn't either. Thank you so much, Fifi. She says, "Production caught Chris paying Mia dust, but HR couldn't get footage at the club. I think Kathy said some ish in a pale liquor-filled anger." That's possible. It's really possible that Kathy did say something. I'm never going to say that somebody did not if I don't know. I'm just saying I look at the source, and Rinna and Erica Jane are not a reliable source. But you might be right, LJ. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. And Shay, thank you so much for the super sticker. You know, I appreciate all you guys. I definitely do. We got about 550 people in here. I think it's safe to say we could be at least 300, 350 likes. I have done this whole season. I have been working for you guys. Liking is a free way to support the channel. So we're at 260. Let's get to 350. We're going to push it. This is how YouTube knows that I exist. So let's do it. Thank you so much, guys, for everybody who sent a super chat and everybody who liked the video. You've been on it, bro. Thanks, Real Estate Insider. Like I said, check him out. So, in HR, that really threw me off. I did not expect Kathy to have to go through an HR investigation as a friend of the show. Like, they really wanted this woman off the show. She's that much of a threat to them. So now Kathy gets to go on the defense, and she says, as she has been saying those things about Kyle, you know, she acknowledges that she said some ugly stuff about Kyle. Rinna is saying, I understand. Yep, been there. So she's agreeing with her, almost egging her on. Now, if Rinna were smart in this situation, there's always a way to turn it around, people. And it would have been as simple as to say, I was only saying those things to try to get you to calm down. But the fact that Rinna pulled that same stunt that she pulled when they asked her if you said that Kyle's sister was close to death, and she said, I don't remember. That's a cop-out. You remember saying it because you felt it in the moment, and you were egging her on to continue to go off, which I think if she'd gone off that bad, she would have pressed record on her phone, and she didn't. So not keyword is smart. HR, they need the FBI. Exactly. I wrote down some of the things she said. I will destroy Kyle and her family if it's the last thing I do. I could hear Kathy saying that. Dorit and Crystal are pieces of, well, one of them is. I'll take NBC down. No, girl. Kathy. When Kathy says things, you really just have to, okay, Kathy. Sure, girl. You really can't take what Kathy does seriously, y'all. Like, I do think she's harmless in the sense that as long as you're cool with her, fine. But if you cross her, she will get like her mom. I'm reading the book. I know that her mom could give it to people. Her mom was like married to a mobster and everything else. So you may not want to mess with Kathy Hilton. Just saying. Here's Rinna. It was so heartbreaking. Okay, girl. That was just like Erica when she tried to squeeze out that one tear. It was so heartbreaking. She was playing it up for the cameras. And every time she did it, she was really digging at Kyle. Let's see. Oh, she also said, Rinna, you did this because your contract was up and you needed drama. And we said the same thing. When Rinna chose not to skip any episodes after her mother passed, you knew that she was concerned that she wasn't having a big enough impact on the show. This is Rinna's moneymaker. I showed you guys the expose on Rinna, QVC. That's all liquidated. So at this point, this is all that Rinna has. And that's not looking good for Rinna at all. She said, you went after Kim. You went after Vanderpump, Denise Richards. You're the biggest bully in Hollywood. Now, Rinna technically isn't in Hollywood, but I got where you were going with that. Rinna hasn't been in. I don't know that Rinna has ever actually made a feature film. And her soap opera date, yeah, Rinna's not in Hollywood. Rinna's not. And if she is, it's the slums of Hollywood. So Rinna says she felt attacked and abused. And Kathy pushed back on that as well. Like, how did I attack you? Well, you abused me, and it doesn't have to be physical. Y'all, all these things that are being said, this is when Kyle should have stepped in and no matter what, had her sister's back. And Kathy, as we find out at the end of the episode, was taking little data notes. Every time that Kyle cried and chose not to defend her and actually kind of go on the attack against her with Rinna and Erica, it was a data point. Andy says, but you have screamed and yelled at people. And Rinna said, so? Cop out, people. You want us to feel bad for you because your mother died. Granted, horrible situation. But if he's asking you a direct question, if you yelled at people and screamed at them, did that mean that you abused them in the moment? And if such, why is this hitting you so hard that you are now being abused? Her words, not mine. Rinna says she's going to let it go as of today. Now, this was like a month ago that they shot this. In present day, Rinna is still tweeting about this. Rinna is still tweeting about this. Oh, wait, I got a new member. Let's see. After. Thank you so much, After. I appreciate it. I see that. Oh, here we go. I couldn't find it. Thank you so much. I'm almost to my 50 members. Once I get to 50 members, I will be doing that giveaway with those 2 Prada bracelets. I'll definitely show you guys those bracelets before we finish, after I drop the panel. After I drop the link for the panel. So, let's see. I was traumatized. She's a devil. She's a monster. Bingo. You literally put your hands on Sutton because she said that Diana was soulless. You physically attacked Sutton because she said that Diana was soulless. But Rinna said, her words, not mine, she's a devil and a monster while referring to your sister, and you didn't do anything. That's why Kathy doesn't like you. That's why Kim said Kathy would defend me like a real sister, because Kathy would. And Kyle is not that girl. Kyle has never really forgiven Kathy for all of the stuff where Kathy just didn't want to be bothered with her. She's never forgiven her. So she had her come on this show. I am fully in belief now after watching this that Kathy knows that Kyle was trying to set her up with Rinna and Erica, and that's why Kathy is treating her like that. Just saying, siblings fight. I've even vented to a friend about my siblings before. That's actually pretty normal, people. That's what brothers and sisters do. They fight. It should be I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean it, and you move on. You never let some other come at me like that. Like Kyle allowed Rinna to do. And she just kept digging. Andy came up and was like, well, Paris has been liking a lot of the tweets against your sister. And she said Paris is, she loves her mom. She's very protective. That was hilarious. You weren't going to get, she was not about to say anything bad about her daughter for protecting her. What was the expectation? What was the expectation? Tamara, she says, Mims drops the facts. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. You know I be trying. I try. Let's see. So he asked about Kyle's daughter getting married. And when Kathy said, I'm happy for her, I fell out of my bed. That was absolutely hilarious. I'm happy for her. I'll be there. Kathy might go because I have seen some recent pictures, and all of the children, Kim's children, Kathy's children, and Kyle's children, all attended a baby shower for one of the girls. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the expectation is. You need to learn to defend your family at all costs, especially against somebody like Rinna. You are more concerned with your relationships with these girls on the show than your family. And after the show is over, y'all are not going to be friends. The Fox Force flunkies are going to disband. This was good. Dorit jumps in because at this point, Kathy is trying to say she needs something from Kyle as well. And Kyle is not giving this to her because the plan is to make Kathy look bad. She jumps in and says, this is Dorit. Kyle, Kathy needs something from you. And Kyle looked at her as if to say, if you don't, Kyle wanted no parts of Dorit saying anything to her. In fact, her face changed, all those tears went away. At that moment, she was done with Dorit because Dorit is now giving Kathy a lifeline. But if you remember in the earlier episode of this reunion, when Garcelle was having her moment with Diana, who jumped in? Kyle. Kyle gave Diana a lifeline against Garcelle, but when Dorit did it to her, she couldn't handle it. I'm telling you guys, it all circles back to how they treat Garcelle. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander in this situation. And I peep what you're doing, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. What was this one? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the link because we're almost done. Y'all, we have a lot of people in here, so it might end up having to be a revolving panel. Just FYI, we have a whole lot of people in here tonight. Everybody's hyped about this reunion. Oh, and I got some more super chats. Let's see. It says, thanks Real Estate Insider. He says, I'm after. LOL, I used the wrong profile to join. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kelly G says, what happened to Rinna's folder she brought? Erica was looking at some paper it appeared Dorit was holding. I did hear that Kathy's publicist and attorneys were there. They weren't supposed to be there, so maybe they pulled some strings. Maybe Bravo did not want to air what Rinna had in that folder, but she did say at the beginning she had a folder full of stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kelly G. That's a good point. Deborah says, wondering when all this animosity started with Kyle and her sisters. After Big Kathy's death, mom is not there to witness their BS. So I don't know. I think that little Kathy expects Kyle to always fall in line. And I think the venom really started when Kyle divorced her wealthy guy, got with Mauricio, one of the employees at Kathy's husband's business. And then Mauricio took a lot of clients when he started his own business. And it's a competing business. So in one hand, I don't blame Kyle for wanting better for herself. In the other hand, that whole I took clients with me, that's bad for business altogether. Just saying. Thank you so much for the super chat, Deborah. I appreciate it. Okay, now this gets interesting because we get to see the scenes from Kathy is done. Kathy exits stage left. She is over the entire scenario. She is not playing with Kyle. Kyle is now feverishly crying. Oh, sorry. we got this plastic hug, y'all. If this wasn't the most plastic, Hollywood, fake, Botox filled hug, I don't know what to make of it, but everybody knew it was fake. Kathy leaves saying completely done, meaning she knows that Kyle was there to set her up and had no intentions of defending her. That was pretty good to me. I'm glad that we're seeing the real Kathy, because that whole quirky thing, as much as I love it, I would feel a certain kind of way, even if I'm in the wrong. My family needs to defend me. Hard stop. Rinna is now saying we're going to get blamed for this. You really did try to destroy a woman. I do not believe necessarily that Kathy said the F word to Erica. Not saying that people can't say things like that, because we heard Marlo say it on camera. I'm just saying I don't trust what Erica and them are saying. Then this was hilarious, y'all. Dorit, her accent was gone. When she said this, Dorit cannot whisper in an accent. This was Connecticut Dorit. I was dying when that happened. Oh, wow, we got a packed house. So just FYI, guys, I will be rotating the panel out. So what's up, Kai?
Hi, darling.
Hey, Richie.
Hello,
Hey.
everyone.
We got
Hey,
Drizzy,
baby.
Natasha,
Hey,
Q,
Richie.
and Miss
Hey,
True Kelly.
Natasha.
Oh my
So, guys,
gosh.
Lisa, you start. Specifically, what was your favorite part of the episode?
Nana tell the truth.
I
I'm just
always
gonna be
expect
real
you
with
to
you.
tell
And
me
I'm
the
gonna
truth.
keep it real with you, baby. Dog. Kathy ass is motherfucking lying, okay? She know that shit
Language.
went down like it was. Come on, y'all need to stop playing. Y'all need to stop playing like us, cause she a rich bitch and she ain't did shit. That bitch said every damn thing that just
Language.
Language,
Lisa, I'm
Lisa.
going to have to
Good
mute you.
good
Ooh,
Lord. Le-
okay, I'm so
Language.
tired of people. I'm so tired of people. I'm
oh
talking about,
my
no,
Lord.
no, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. Somebody had to learn that stuff because she said, like Lisa Winter said, and I heard somebody else say on somebody else said, Tim Z had called them. Tim Z had called everybody and asked them about it. And I really do believe somebody at the club told her how the way she acted at the club. And I believe everything. I believe everything Lisa Rinna saying because Kathy is so rich. She think
What?
that she's that rich bitch. Can nobody take her ass down? Cause she said, like she said, I'm gonna take NBC down. I'm gonna take Bravo down. I'm gonna take Amy down. I'm gonna take my sister down. Yes, I'm gonna take all these because I'm the rich bitch. I'm that bitch that ain't nobody gonna fuck with.
Okay,
Oh,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Well, okay, Lisa. Thank you so much.
I can't.
I'm gonna have to revolve this panel because we have a packed house and there's people in the back.
But you know
So
I'm telling the truth, baby.
I know how
Well,
you feel about Kathy. So okay, Lisa, thank you so much. I'm gonna drop you if I
Okay,
have
you bring
time.
you bring me back up later on.
Okay, have a good one. Thanks for coming up. Hold on. Let's see. Kai, jump in.
Good evening, everyone. Let's go to the first point. These are white women. They all have a history of doing and saying some crazy racial things, okay? We're talking about Lisa Rinna, the same one who was in a Halloween costume, whose husband has a book talking about some crazy stuff about ethnic women, whose children are on TV calling people chubby and whatnot. They're all terrible people. So I'm sorry. I'm not just going to be like she's lying because of Rinna, who's been on television proven to be lying about things to get her way or to start drama. I believe something happened, but I feel like people don't understand what private clubs are. You are paying money to go there. There is literally no cameras allowed. All of the workers sign NDAs. All the clients sign NDAs. You are supposed to go there and you're supposed to be able to be as debauched as you want to be because that's where the rich are supposed to go party. So it is Kyle's fault that she just had to go to this club where they all were receiving terrible service. Everyone was talking about how they were not being treated great. So to me, it's conceivable that Kathy and them, because even Kyle and Dirty Diana were saying how they weren't getting their drinks and she had to pay someone to get, like, why are you in this club? Why do you even want to stay, Kyle? It's because she wants to be at a place that to be seen rather than actually being treated correctly. She'd rather be at the right place than be treated like nothing. Kathy was like, why are we here? You can't get drinks without being paid for it. You can't get the music you want to play and you wanted to pay for it. The manager's talking to us crazy. Let's go. Kyle Doe just has to stay. And I get Kyle not wanting to be disrespected by her sister that way, but it is so strange that you would allow your sister to leave with Lisa Rinna and not go with her and then straighten your sister out on the car ride home. That to me is odd. And then the fact that as soon as Kathy starts trying to speak, and at that point with the tequila situation, I feel like she was taking some ownership of like, I feel like I worked this up in my head. For Kyle to immediately start crying, it reminds me of like, I'm an only child, but I have a lot of cousins. It reminds me of the little cousin who starts to cry to get their way, to get the other ones to shut up because they know the parents are going to be like, why are you doing this to the littlest one? It feels like the sisters all have issues, obviously. And I feel like people don't like, even Kim has talked about how she's the one who bought Kyle her first car and all this kind of stuff. Mauricio, them both studying to get their real estate license and work with Rick Hilton, stealing clients, stealing clients and brokers, and all those brokers have come back to Rick anyway. So to me,
I cannot with this wig.
He's a mess. He's a mess. So
I had to give y'all Rinna tonight.
Oh my
Oh
God.
Jesus. So to me, it's just strange, and I feel like my last point, because I know we're rotating, is that Rinna has sucked up so much room. To me, this season actually, I feel like could have deserved 4 parts. I feel like we rushed through a lot of things. I feel like we rushed through the whole Erica drinking situation a little too quickly for my liking, because I felt we really went over the whole, I don't know if they make you look bad, I feel like we could have talked about a lot more things, but Rinna just had to have something centered around her, and she made a friend of the focal point of a season, which is wild to me. Like, that's what she did.
I get you. I hear you. I hear you, Kai. I feel like you are you are as hot as I was tonight. Richie, where you at?
Those are not your belongings.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Bitch.
They don't belong to you.
Yes.
They not. I got them.
Not anymore. You have to give them back to the court, sweetie. Go appeal it, honey. She said you was what? It's miraculous how nobody heard about your $250,000 Cartier ring and your crocodile Birkin and your fur coat, but all my shit's been leaked to the paparazzi. Stop playing in Kathy's face, okay? Everybody. They were scared from the moment she came on there.
Let's give a clap.
Child, Kathy mad because she got called out. Kathy definitely said the F word.
I believe
Hold
she
on. We gotta go in order.
Okay.
Do we really? The boy can chime in on my segment. He can chime in on mine. Because look, this is how you know she said it, right? Because she was like, really? I have more credibility than you. Almost like, no one's going to believe you.
I love that.
You did? She was guilty. It gave me guilty.
It gave me, you're a liar, sweetie.
But she looked good, though.
Gabor is on Erica James' payroll.
Not with that unblended.
I'm on Erica James' payroll?
Erica with that unblended contour.
David Mills been over here drinking that Casa del Sol. He's been over here drinking that Casa. He's on Kathy payroll. At least you'll get paid. At least you'll get paid.
Real bad.
And Kyle is just scared of Paris and them. That's why she was crying like this.
Yeah, total selfish tears.
Kyle ain't no sister, child. That ain't no sister. With a sister like that, who need enemies? Ain't no way I would have sit up there, even if my sister was lying. Exactly. I would have said, I've never heard my sister use no words like that ever. My sister don't talk like that. So I didn't hear any of this. She's trying to do it.
That was the weakest response I have ever heard to somebody making such an accusation about somebody's sibling when they are sitting on the couch. That's why I feel like she was in cahoots with them. She literally knew that she couldn't say too much, because if she did, they would just jump out and say, well, you told us you knew about it.
She was trying to do just enough to say, I did stay there. I did help you. I did defend you. She was doing just enough to say that.
Yep.
And we all seen it. And we all saw it.
That crying and carrying on was so unnecessary. And it didn't work out.
Girl, if she don't go to the wedding, she already to go to the graduation. So who cares if she don't go to the wedding? They didn't go to the graduation because they was going on vacation. Who cares?
Kathy is the matriarch of that family. People care.
She said
they didn't go to her graduation when she graduated from USC. Remember, Kim was there. They was doing yoga outside. And Kathy had sent the message saying that they getting ready to go on vacation and they weren't going to the graduation. And Kim was hugging her, saying, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be there for you. And Kim was like, and Kyle was like, girl, I don't want no dope head with me. I want Kathy.
Oh my God.
We want big Kathy. And Kathy sent the check. She just went and sent money.
So who cares about her going to the graduation?
They do. Q, where you?
Kyle
Q,
does,
where
and
you
Kyle
at?
should have thought about that before. Kathy watched that season back and see all them comments Kyle was making in the confessional, all the smart shit that they were saying behind her back, and she's over it. She's over it. She didn't even talk to her.
Yep.
Q, we got to Q jump in.
All right, so I feel like, first of all, I thought this was a really good season for Beverly Hills. Again, they bought it this season. This is all we talking about. We're not talking about any other franchise right now. They bought it. They have to, if they're going to keep Lisa on, they gotta bring some heavy hitters in next season. They have to. Whether you bring a Camille back, a Denise back, a Kim back, you gotta bring some heavy hitters in, because it can't just be Garcelle and Sutton versus Dumb and Dumber. It just can't be that. Because I got a feeling that Lisa coming back. I think she might do like Nene did when she didn't feel for a couple episodes, but I got a feeling that Lisa coming back. But I thought it was a good episode. I thought all three parts were good. Like, you know how sometimes like it's like, oh, episode 1 was all right, but then episode 2 ain't bring nothing, and then episode 3 was okay. I thought all three parts were really good, and I felt like at the end of the day, no matter what Kathy said, how everybody feel, Kathy cleared Lisa. That was it. Lisa sat there with the longest pauses in the world. She ain't had nothing to say. And then my biggest thing was, let's say Kathy did say the F word, right? Why Erica saying it? Because Lisa, you the one that said before the season started that Kathy said all this devastating stuff. Here go Erica again, holding you down, trying to be that ride or die for you while you sitting there looking stupid. And Erica making herself look like a fool and getting cleared by Kathy. You can't compete. You can't compete. Let Lisa run her mouth. Why you keep fighting Lisa battle? Let Lisa run her mouth. We already know Kyle a punk. Kyle ain't gonna do nothing. That's why Garcelle kept chiming in. Kyle ain't gonna do nothing. Kyle ain't never gonna do nothing. You see the way she ran out with Kim. You see how she treat her sister, and everything went right back to, oh, this affects me. What about me? What about me? And Kathy like, but they jumping me, and you just standing there watching. You not say nothing.
And fake crying. Don't forget the fake crying, because as soon as Dorit interjected and had a really good valid point, she stopped crying.
Yeah.
I don't want you to talk. I don't want you to talk. I'm not
talking to you. I just stay out this between me and my sister. I don't hear. Dorit was like, well, I'm trying to hurry up and get this along because I'm trying to go home. You're taking too long.
I think that what sealed the deal with Kathy was Kyle saying, I feel like I'm stuck in the middle because, of course, this is my sister. You're not stuck in the middle when it comes with your sister.
But also,
you know what I'm saying?
Andy asked the question twice, and Garcelle even jumped in on the second time. Are you mad with Lisa? She ain't say nothing the first time. So Andy was like, okay. Again, are you mad with Lisa? She still ain't say nothing.
Nope.
Are y'all not feeling my Rinna wig? I went and bought this before this episode. I went straight to...
And speaking of Garcelle,
this don't look like no damn Garcelle. Stop it, Richie.
I said, and speaking of Garcelle,
I was about to say,
I feel like she had more fight for Kathy than herself.
No, she had fight for herself. The problem was they didn't care. They didn't care enough to go back and forth. And then Andy was too busy trying to be part of the Mean Girls Club and not stay on the topics.
I feel like with Diana, she's like, I'm not talking to you. When they threw her book in the trash, she was like, oh, okay. You know, it's like she had a little bit of fight for the Jax thing, but everything else, it was just, you know, she was above it all. That's
Who are we talking about, Garcelle?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I said she had more fight for Kathy than herself.
No, I think that how much fight can you have when the actual moderator is siding with the other women, talking about a telephone in the trash and not what they did to me.
That was like during the commercial
I'm saying
break.
she was probably defeated by that point. Then when she's talking to Diana, here comes Kyle interjecting when she's defending her child again. Then when it came time for them to really, really apologize and say, you know, we were just assholes for talking to, like, we were deplorable. She didn't even get that. They really walked over her the entire time. But I got a couple super chats to get to. Misty Green says Kyle wanted Kathy there to be on camera. She wanted to give it to Kathy one good time and try to destroy her, but it backfired because nobody believes Rinna. I got another super chat. Thank you so much, Misty Green. It says, Ali, I don't believe EJ and Rinna. It's a private club like Soho House or The Box. I've seen some things in those places that have never been leaked to the press.
Exactly.
TMZ didn't call them. Now, Ali, I'm going to need a play-by-play of everything you saw because I'm really nosy and I like to be in people's business. So thank you for the super chat, and I want to hear your stories. I had a sugar baby reach out to me yesterday.
Oh?
I might do an interview with her to see exactly,
Oh, yeah,
how
what's
much
your
money she
segment
gets
that
as a
you
sugar baby. What?
Yeah, what's that good segment that you do and you haven't done in a while? Where
Who's
guy
that?
Called? You had a good
Who's
segment.
talking?
What's it called?
Natasha's talking. She sound kind of you sound kind of muffled, Natasha.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Can you hear me good now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that good segment that you do and you haven't done in a while? And it's when that guy would call like 85 times telling about all his 18
Child.
boyfriends that aren't available.
Child.
Oh, the
What is-
confession series.
Yeah, what was the name of that?
I got
We
a
need
lot
it
of new
back.
subscribers.
Hotels.
I don't know if they are ready for all that.
Mims After Dark. Mm.
Yeah, and
But
I
okay,
think that
who's
sugar
next?
papers should chat.
Drizzy Dre, where are you at with the episode?
All I'm going to say is I was here for Garcelle's facial expressions when Kathy was reading Lisa for Phil.
I was here for that.
Yeah.
And as far as bringing up the whole Jax thing, I was loving when Garcelle, because I didn't understand where Dorit and Kyle were saying. I don't understand how it's funny at all, and the fact that when Mauricio was like, "Oh, he deserved it" or something, or I would love to see. I'm like, how is that funny at all?
Is somebody cooking?
It sure sounds like it.
If you're cooking, please mute your mic. Unless you're trying to share with all of us. I agree with you. I think it was a cop-out. What did you feel about how Dorit responded to that? Dorit almost sounded like she was offended.
Oh, no. Actually, Dorit's probably the one I'm most mad about because, well, again, Kyle wasn't there, but still no excuse. But Dorit was literally sitting right there when she said it.
Right.
So she knows how exactly how it went down.
Dorit laughed. And I don't know if you were here for the beginning, but I really felt like what Garcelle needed in that moment was Dorit to say, I'm sorry that I did not try to stop her in the moment. I'm sorry that I only told her that it was bad that she did that when we went out afterwards. Because it would have been super simple. Let's say me and Gabor are somewhere and Gabor is doing something crazy. I'm going to nudge him. I'm going to do what Lisa Rinna did for Erica Jane when she was cursing them out in Aspen. I'm going to pull you out of that situation. I'm going to stop it from happening. So that was a good point.
I remember Dorit saying, Erica or something.
Don't do that. He's getting the flowers for his mama.
Yeah, that was not
enough.
That's not enough.
What was she supposed to do? The girl was drunk.
Where was HR at for that segment? Where was HR at for that segment? HR was there for Kathy. Where was HR at for Garcelle?
Right. No, they was doing. HR did an investigation.
Tamara Augustin says it all comes down to the first season when Kyle called Kim an alcoholic on camera. Never been a fan since. Keep crying, Kyle. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I could never. I would never do my sibling like that. I just would never.
Especially on camera. Especially on camera.
Yeah, especially on camera.
I do not like Kyle at all. I do not like Kyle at all. But part of me feels bad only because I am going through that situation right now with the sibling. As far as having a falling out with the sibling over stuff that's outside sources. So I kind of feel bad, even though I don't like her.
You feel bad for Kyle. I don't even know you anymore, Dre.
I mean, I think that what he's saying is correct, though. You know what I'm saying? Kyle ain't, Kathy the older sister, but she's not about to son me every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time Kyle always is sonning Kyle, and Kyle is a grown woman with her own children.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't steal business from my business.
Maybe the people probably didn't want to work with Rick no more. The people didn't want to work with Rick.
They went back to Rick.
Eye candy.
That's not what family does. You don't take people's clients when you go. You start your own business and you start from scratch. You don't take people with you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's me.
Miss True Kelly, where are you at with the episode?
I enjoyed the episode. I think when when Kathy came out, she said, "Hello, girls." All I could think about is like that Faye Dunaway scene in Marmy Dearest when she was talking to the board members. Like you knew that at that point, Kathy was like on go. Like she was on go at that moment, activated. I do.
This
think
isn't
that
my first rodeo, boys.
Yeah, exactly that scene. Yep, that exact scene. Cal is so fake. I feel like you ever see a kid when they know they did something wrong and they're about to get in trouble, but before they get in trouble, they start crying and do all the theatrics. That's Cal. That's her MO. She just tries to cry before you get at her. And I was really upset with her when she got mad at Dorit, because I felt like Dorit was really being a friend. Like, listen, just show your sister that you understand, hold some accountability in this, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, no. She got really upset with Dorit, but had no smoke for Lisa. And I'm like, Lisa is the one you need to be mad at. Lisa is the one you need to be yelling at. And then maybe Kathy will feel like, okay, maybe you believe me, or maybe you're going to stick up for me. And that's Cal's whole problem. She just would not stick up for Kathy at any point. I will say that after watching this whole season, Erica Jane is definitely a ride or die chick. When she threw Garcelle's book in the trash and she took all the heat for Lisa. Then she actually said what everybody wanted Lisa to say about what Kathy said. So the fact that she said it with no remorse is like, this is what was said, and didn't care what anyone else was going to say. I gotta respect Erica for that.
But why she ain't been say it?
Right.
And the only thing she said is what supposedly Kathy told her. Now Rinna told her Kathy said.
Yeah, because she was.
And she's benefiting from it.
And then
that's what I
also
don't
when
understand.
Kathy, Erica said that she's not a liar. I'm like, well, you lied about throwing the book in the trash.
Yeah. And I don't understand how Erica went from, oh, Kathy, I'm sorry I didn't come to your wedding. I didn't want to bring shame to Paris's wedding, to, oh, you said this and that. And it's her trying to crucify her. And she didn't do anything to Erica. She didn't say one.
I don't get that either. To me, I feel like with the whole everything that happened with Erica Jane last year, Kathy hadn't said nothing. She didn't judge her. You know what I'm saying? She is the only one that was quiet, that never said anything about nothing. She made Erica feel welcome at her home and everything. You know what I'm saying? So for Erica to be coming out there like that, I can't defend her on that, but I got her back on everything else.
My theory is to cover for her rampage at Aspen.
And it's a takedown. It's a Kathy takedown.
Kathy takedown.
Hold on 1 second. I got a couple super chats. LJ Forever says, y'all brought up a good point. Did HR investigate the bots? As far as I know, or they haven't mentioned that they did, only Diana's investigation and Garcelle. And there was a rumor out there that Garcelle had said by the third day of Bravo, the information would be out there. And then that rumor changed to she's giving it to Bravo and she's waiting to see how they're going to receive it before she releases the information. So, guys, I've been hearing just all kinds of rumors. I choose not to report on everyone because sometimes it starts to feel like a conspiracy theory. But that's so far what we've heard about the investigation. Diana's investigation, we've heard nothing. Thank you so much for the super chat, LJ. And I got one more, I think. I think it's from Misty Green. Yeah. It says, Kyle is weak. No adult conflict resolution skills at all. Like, none. But you know what? I don't even know if it's so much that she's weak. I think that she's manipulative. And she's learned that, she can cry and get away with stuff. And unfortunately, she might be able to do that with some of the fans, but not with Kathy, because Kathy sees through it. She's probably been doing that since the beginning. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ms. D. Green.
You're right, man. That's how she get her rocks off.
I have a lot of people backstage. Does anybody mind dropping down?
I'm out.
I'm dropped. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Miss True Kelly. I appreciate it. I think Really B was trying to get in, and Miss Bernice. Sebastian has been waiting very patiently. Sebastian, please fill the people in. If he's still even here, because Sebastian.
I'm here. I'm very much here.
During my shows.
I'm very much here.
Okay, where are you at, Sebastian?
Okay, first of all, I'm tired of Andy Cohen. I'm over him. He's the little fox. He's the Fox Force 5 squad's little itch. I can't stand him. It's time for him to go. He has other things to worry about. He needs to worry about those kids, and he needs to worry about maintaining those embryos as well. that are
my
that he still has, they need to be kept frozen. So he needs to figure something else to do. He still has. When it comes to the one, what's it called?
Really, you're echoing. Keep continue on, Sebastian.
Okay. When it comes to the Lisa and Kathy situation, the I knew I can detect the liar. I can detect liars, and Lisa literally phased out of her fakeness, literally. Especially after the moment when Kathy started calling her a bully, she started to like freeze and like couldn't find a way to like get the train back on the tracks in that conversation. So Lisa was lying this whole time, concocted a whole lie, allegedly hired Patrick Summers to destroy Kathy. I'm tired of it. I really am. She needs to be put on pause, as she said. Put me on pause. She needs to go on pause.
Sebastian, are you gonna watch if she comes back next season?
I'm very busy on Wednesdays anyway. I don't know.
You're gonna watch, Sebastian.
Now, I do have one more thing. Even though Andy's been pissing me off for these reunions, I did love how Lisa was saying she was nervous or scared of Kathy. Which is
like,
he said that that you've been going off on people for years. What's the difference?
Right.
That's a good point.
And I like how she started to pipe in when the sisters were like having a moment, and he was, you need to stop.
Oh, and I'm gonna need Erica Jane to start getting some Botox again because the lines are starting to show.
Oh, Miss Bernice.
After everybody up there.
Miss Bernice, you have a little feedback, so whenever you're not talking, if you could just put yourself on mute, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Cohen says, I think the investigation was to determine whether they need to cut ties with Kathy or not due to the slurs she allegedly used, according to EJ. That's a good point. Maybe it wasn't like a deep investigation, just if you did it, and if it's EJ against Kathy, it's a toss up because if nobody else heard it, or nobody else is willing to say they heard it.
What were you saying? Well, Bravo had really cut ties with them because they didn't cut ties with Marlo when Marlo said it.
She didn't get her peach for another 10 years.
Yeah, but she was still on the show getting that check.
She was like one of those. I mean, not say that. I'm not gonna. Oh, good boy. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying out of all the lines we saw them faces on that stage, it's mighty funny Sebastian talking like EJ the only one they got on.
I said she needs to go get some Botox.
It's not her budget.
Everybody on the stage needed though.
Garcelle don't need Botox.
It's not in Erica's budget.
Okay, Miss Bernice. Oh no, really B and then Miss Bernice. Sound off.
So all I want to say is I feel like they showed us the best parts in the trailer, but all I want to say is I don't know what kind of a sister Kyle is, but there is nowhere in the world that I would have sat there and let them women come at my sister like that. Like, I don't know, maybe I feel like that's what Kathy was upset about at the end, because I feel like she felt like that Kyle didn't have her back, and Kyle wasn't like, and I know it's edited and all of that stuff, but it does not look like until it was the very end when she finally snapped at Dorit, and then she told Erica and Garth and Lisa the stuff that y'all are doing online doesn't help. But up until that point, it was just Kathy and Lisa, and like, I don't know, maybe that's just where I come from and how I'm about my sister. Like, privately, I'm gonna say what I need to say to you, but publicly, I'm not gonna let nobody else come at you like that. So I just feel like for me, that was the hardest part to watch. Was just, you know what I'm saying? That was the hardest part for me to watch. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, Erica, listen, when a person shows you who they are, believe the first time. Erica told y'all she don't care about them victims. Stop trying to make her care. She don't. She doesn't care. Stop trying to make her care about them.
Just like Tom didn't care about her and left her with all these lawsuits.
But she needs to show.
Did y'all hear Kathy lie? Did y'all hear Kathy lie? Tell a straight bald face lie right on camera.
What she lie about?
She said that she went over there to apologize to Kyle, and Kyle told her to apologize to Lisa, but Kyle didn't tell her to apologize to Lisa. Kyle told her that Lisa was coming. See, she trying to make it seem like she just apologized to Lisa just because Kyle told her to. But no, baby, you apologize
But
because
she
you was
did,
wrong and
but
what you
she
said
did
was true.
blindside her with.
I don't think that's what
She
happened.
did
Yeah, she blindsided her.
I think she
Hey.
told her that you need to come over here and apologize to make this right.
Yeah, I remember.
She didn't know that the girl was coming. She didn't know the girl was coming until she was already there.
But she also said, "I'm making her happy by doing this on camera."
Listen.
No. That's not true. She did say Lisa Rinna is coming. So I do
Yeah, she
think
told her
had-
Lisa was
I
coming.
think she had a little bit of notice, and so she's
And
like,
she was
okay.
like, "Can you stay?"
And so she came. She was very humble, you know.
Right. She
joking
said, "I'll
with
talk
her.
to her."
It's
On
not that big
camera.
of a deal. It's not. Lisa has done worse. Unless Kathy threw a glass at her face like she threw at Kim, then you are not that traumatized.
What I'm saying is, I don't understand why Kathy was apologetic at first, and then all of a sudden she changing her tune, and I didn't say this and I didn't say that.
Because she thought it was going to be over with this
Yeah,
apology.
she said she was trying to make Kyle happy.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey.
Kyle,
Y'all could defend
Kyle
all y'all
set
want
the
to.
woman up. You have to.
Yeah, I think she
Oh
was-
no, I'm not saying that she didn't set the girl up. I 100% believe that she set the girl up, 100%. But y'all making it seem like that y'all want to paint Kathy as this angel. Kathy done said some stuff.
I'm not
Kathy,
paying
I heard
Kathy
that
as no
Kathy was
angel.
a virgin.
But Kathy versus Lisa, Kathy compared to Lisa is an angel.
Yeah, I'm
Angela
not saying that
said-
Kathy is an angel. Let me be clear. Kathy had a
Who
whole.
has music? Hold on, no,
tantrum.
we definitely can't have music playing. Who
I don't know. That's coming
There's a
from
lullaby
right there.
in the
Kelly.
Everybody needs to. I mean, whoever
Oh,
has.
sorry. Hold on. That's my kid's sound machine. Sorry. Hold on.
I'm like, I'm hearing a casual lullaby.
Yeah,
They are super quick
Kathy's
to
no
put
angel. Kathy's
put
no
a-
angel at all.
Are you an angel, really? No.
I am. Do you not see? Somebody was talking about my ceiling fan. That's my halo.
Oh. Well, we can see it.
A little helicopter.
Exactly.
Angela says, I'm sorry, the Vixen on Wheels says, what was Erica blotting away? Kyle was being Kyle. If you were happy with Garcelle, Jax, Kathy takedown, a good season, we had it. Kyle was being Kyle. If you're happy with the Garcelle, Jax, Kathy takedown, child.
Oh, okay.
What was she blotting away?
Her tear.
What does that mean? Put it. You don't have to send another super chat, but put what you meant, Angela.
She was trying to say that Erica Jane didn't have no tears.
Oh, okay.
No tears
like blotting,
fell.
like the Candace. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the
Candace
super
and that
chat,
napkin.
Angela. Where you at, Miss Bernice and Kelly? Either Bernice, you're muted. Kelly, you muted. Okay. Well, somebody, whenever they come back, y'all can have first dibs.
Yeah.
Coming and then-
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna drop down so somebody else can come up. I absolutely believe that Kathy said some not so nice things, but do I think it was to the extent of what Lisa Rinna was talking about? No, I think Lisa Rinna was putting 20 on 10, trying to create a moment, trying to create drama. I don't know what her motive was. I don't know why she would turn I don't know what her reasoning is, but I do not believe that it was all this traumatic, because ain't nowhere in the world you're going to tell me that Lisa Rinna wouldn't have some sort of audio tape, have some pictures. Like, come on. It's nowhere in the world. And like Andy said, girl, all the stuff that you done on this show and all the things you done seen, that's what traumatized you. So,
Can I ask a question?
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, boo.
Do you think that she said what? Do you think that Erica was telling the truth? Do you think that Kathy said what Erica said was true?
No.
Oh, so y'all don't believe nothing.
Let me say this. I do believe Kathy behaved badly. Kathy had a whole rich white woman meltdown. I believe that 100%. I believe that when that manager told her that she could take her that when he said, "Who are you?" or "Where are you from?" and he didn't know that she was Kathy Hilton, and he told her she could go on back to LA. Oh, I believe that I absolutely believe she behaved badly. Absolutely.
And she
do I believe that she said what Erica said? I don't. Do I believe she said something? Sure. But I don't. I do believe that she behaved badly, but I just think they putting 20 on 10.
I wouldn't be surprised if she said that word, because I feel like it's really common for people to say that word. You'd be surprised how many people say it when they're angry, and even the N word. Like, so many non-Black people say the N word like constantly. So I wouldn't be super surprised about that.
I thought it was the F word that she allegedly said.
Yeah, I thought that's what
She
she said.
did.
Yeah, I was just saying both because I think they came out
okay.
with that story. They said earlier on the live, or the rumor was that she said both, or somehow they had like interchanged it. But for me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if it were either word because I feel like people, it's a really common word that is commonly used, honestly.
Right.
You're Miss Kelly, right? Or Kelly?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because this brings to light a whole new conversation. Now, Erica specifically said that she never leaked anything, right? But what came out of that was that Kathy Hilton had used that word, and we never heard that it came from any staff members. So now that you just said that, I had completely forgotten that that was leaked. And everybody wiped their hands clean. But if Erica was the only person that heard it, then it had to be her or somebody in her camp that leaked that. Y'all, we're solving mysteries today.
Yeah.
Well, remember the first rumor, the other rumor we heard was that allegedly she said it to Sutton's assistant. Remember they were like, she called
Yeah,
but then they
right.
found out, oh, Sutton's assistant wasn't even in Aspen. Now all of a sudden, so we've heard multiple stories.
And then she had to reconfigure,
But can I
But
also
the fact
say
is,
this?
she's the only person that heard it. So how did that story get leaked to the press if she's the only person that heard it?
Because she's a liar.
I think I just think the girls don't want to go down that road with Kathy. Kathy was sending out threats. Silence is golden, and I'm staying silent. Kathy was sending out threats, baby. So the girls gonna act like they didn't hear it.
But and I think that's why they,
because y'all act like y'all didn't see the breakdown. So if they acting like they didn't see it, and y'all acting like y'all didn't see the breakdown,
what breakdown? What breakdown did we see?
She didn't have a breakdown that Kemosabe.
All she said was
you calling that a breakdown?
That wasn't a breakdown, though. That's normal.
She threw a tantrum and she got mad. She was
a tantrum, not a breakdown.
That wasn't a breakdown.
You said more than that.
That wasn't like what Lisa Rinna is.
Oh God! Oh God!
Come on, good boy. You know that.
That was I saw a breakdown. I saw a breakdown because the woman ordered drinks.
Oh, I got another super chat. It says, I can't even see it anymore. Hold on. Sir Capricorn says, if Lisa can text Erica, she could have recorded. Also, like I said, if you are just getting here, when I did my review earlier, if she had heard that at the time that Rinna was texting her about the breakdown, she would have mentioned that. It would have been, this woman is throwing her glasses down and stomping on them and chasing me into my bedroom. And Erica would have said, well, she called so-and-so the F word. That would be a natural conversation. If you didn't text that, then I don't believe that happened.
Or she would have did what Kenya did when they were in Miami. She would have said, security.
She just kept
also with Lisa though,
the other ones didn't work out.
Also with Lisa though, she keeps like adding to it. Oh, she abused me. I was terrorized.
Exactly.
Locked me in the room. Yep. If Lisa would have simply said, Kathy was down there acting a fool, this is what she said, I think more people would have been like, oh, okay, we see where you're coming from. Then you keep adding to it and you add stuff that don't make sense. You of all people were locked in the room. You of all people were abused. You of all people were terrorized. You're the same woman that threw a glass at somebody. You're the same woman that tried to choke somebody. You're the same woman that's pointing to about, I'll take you down.
I'll hunt you down.
I'm confused, y'all. I'm confused. Y'all are really confusing me. So I really am, because are we saying we don't believe? Are we saying that we don't believe that Kathy said this stuff about Kyle?
No,
we believe she said that.
We're talking about all the exaggerated tales of Lisa.
Yeah, all the other stuff that Lisa
like, please explain the other stuff, because I'm confused. Y'all
right here, allegedly Shannon said
the cancer stuff was too
she's
far.
Gonna get cancer if she has to hold it in. That kind of stuff we do not believe.
Oh no, that pissed me off.
I was abused. Yeah.
What do we believe that Kathy said?
I believe 98% of her rant was about Kyle. Everything I do believe that.
And not the other girls. You don't believe that she said the stuff about the other girls?
About Dorit.
No, I think that was Lisa putting 20 on 10 to try to get everybody on her side against Kathy. It's like, if I tell them that Kathy talked about them too, then they'll turn on Kathy. That's what I think it is. So no, I don't believe that she said all of that.
Lily, I did not say that Garcelle need Botox. See, people be saying stuff and they put it on me. I never said that Garcelle needed Botox.
What are you talking about?
Lily said, "Good boy, style. Garcelle does not need Botox. I'm 49. I don't need it." I never said that. But I'm gonna say this: I don't believe that Kathy was beating up on the walls or whatever. But I do believe she stomped them glasses out. It's just the way that Lisa Rinna said it to her and the way she was looking. She stomped on them glasses, man. Because if she was beating on the walls, I would have left.
I mean, if I was stuck in a room with
Hold on.
Lisa like that,
We
I'd
got
probably
Miss
turn my
Bernice
glasses
and
down
Misty
too.
Green. Guys, jump into the conversation.
Okay.
Oh, I'll say this about Renna. She has no nerve to be so taken aback and speak on someone's atrocious, violent, and racist behavior because she herself has displayed that, whether it was on camera or off camera. So if she's going to call someone out and say that that's disgusting, I'm surprised she has qualms about behavior like that when she herself has displayed that. And then between Erica and Dorit, I could see now where the cracks started for Erica to come after Dorit and PK, because when
Yeah, I
Dorit
thought
said
about
she
that.
wouldn't keep the earrings, Erica was like, oh, weren't you like she had this look on her face like, weren't you siding with me? Like, well, where'd this come from? Okay, bet I'll remember that, because Erica holds things in and then she strikes later.
Yeah.
And then I'm upset because they will not get rid of Kyle, and Kyle just bugs me. But I know Beverly Hills will not continue without Kyle. So I am so torn because it's coming back to me why I don't always watch this show. She just irritates me. Like, she makes me physically uncomfortable because she is so physically uncomfortable and immature. I cannot stand Kyle. She is such a child. It pains me to watch her, and I understand all the women that had conflict with her. I understand their position a lot more than I understand her. She just irritates
She's the
me.
worst.
Irritates the heck out of me. All right, that's all I had to say.
I think that Dorit and Erica is I think that's something to get Dorit back on the show for next season because she didn't bring anything. So let's start a fake beef between us.
Wait,
And
I
I
have a
think she was
question.
mad. I could see it in her face when she said I wouldn't keep the earrings, because Dorit was siding with Erica and like backing her up, and then for her to say that on the sofa, she probably felt like, oh, you just betrayed me.
Because
But
she took it too
what
far,
side are
like
you
they would
on?
all jeopardize their own image if they had to go there. I have a question. So I don't remember if this was the case in the last couple episodes, but was there like 1,000,000 cameras going on? Because I felt like we saw every pore and we were seeing a whole lot this time. And I don't remember that in the past. Like I'm seeing the surgery of Kyle slowly turning into a little bit of a Caitlyn Jen.
Oh, it's high
I'm
def.
seeing,
It's
yeah,
high
look at
def.
that contour. Like, did they not want to blend it, or what's going on there?
It's not in
You know what I
Erica's
mean?
budget.
What has happened is from what I've heard, there's actually makeup that is supposed to take off all the shine and hide all of that
I
for
know.
television specific.
I'm
So I
familiar
think
with
they're
that.
trying
Yeah,
to.
they didn't
I
use
think
it.
they're trying to do that.
I feel like they didn't use, like, they all need to be powdered immediately for camera.
Are you
Like,
in
everyone
that
was doing them.
industry?
Yeah, I did it in New York a lot. And when you're on camera, there's specific powders that for certain lighting that won't do flashback and will not have that shine. And for them to all be like shiny faces with every pore and every layer of makeup was like a lot.
You better let them know. DM Andy and tell him you want a job, and then get me an interview. Miss Bernice, have you gone yet?
No, I'm still here.
Jump in.
I just want to for everybody to talk. Let my first thing is with Erica and these earrings. The way she kept dismissing Andy, I thought it was your show, not her show. When she said, "Well, we're in litigation. We're in litigation." He said, "So that means you're trying to get them back, right? We're in litigation." Okay. You a low down dirty help because even after the fact, you know how your husband got this money in order to fuel yours and his lifestyle. And then you go on and have the audacity to come on here and say, "Oh, I'm getting myself back." It wasn't yours to begin with. That's what you don't get. And that's why everybody's looking at you sideways. And Dorit did the rhobh, but she got a little backbone like, "No, baby, that ain't right. I would give him back." because they wasn't mine in the first place. You didn't work to get those. Your husband stole to get those.
But we had sex.
That ain't
But we had sex. I was married to this man, and I was doing stuff with this man because I thought it was his.
Well, did they have sex? Because she said he couldn't keep it up.
Well,
Hello.
she implied it.
When Kathy said they never belonged to you, I was like, yes.
No, they never did belong
Lord.
to you. They never did.
No, I'm just saying if I was with, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that, but I was only with this man because he has this money. And now y'all just gonna bankrupt me after he done already got the sugar and the pudding, and y'all gonna take everything from me? No, ma'am.
She took that gamble.
Hey, look.
Well, I mean, it did pay off, right? If she actually had any talent, she would have a career. He paid $20 million to buy her a career, and it just so happened that she's not interesting, she's untalented, and she couldn't make it work.
Exactly. Thank you, Mills. Because when she told my boy from the Black Eyed Peas, Will I Am, who he hired to produce her record, that he didn't know what the heck he was doing, that's why you ain't got no talent now.
Gabor, I am so glad you're up here. People DM me all the time about Gabor.
Well, they don't like me.
No. They will see something
Gabor
about.
Jane.
No, they'll see something about because Gabor doesn't have an Instagram.
Oh.
Something about, and they'll tag me to tell me to tell you. So I had this up. I'm so glad you're here.
Are you ever gonna get one, Gabor?
And
Instagram.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So she tagged me. She was like, "Send this to Gabor." It says Gabor. Oh, Garcelle ate this. Look up, and it says, let's see, where is it?
That's a nice Fashion Nova outfit.
Not Fashion Nova.
It's not.
No.
Oh yeah, she says, "Tell Gabor Garcelle ate this. Look up." And I was like, "I'll do you one better. Next time we're on live, I'll show him." She did. She looked great. This is not.
Yeah, she looks good.
It's not Fashion Nova. What is it?
Sheen.
Well, you know, I've always said, you know, y'all trying to make me go with Garcelle, and I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, Garcelle always got a way of making stuff look cheap. You know,
Or maybe your eyes can see it cheap.
Thank you, Q, the content guy, because y'all trying to act like y'all don't see it.
Well, that's how I
That
feel
does not
about.
look cheap at all.
I don't see it.
That's how I feel about Quad.
I
I feel like
normally-
Quad makes stuff look cheap. So I give
Yeah,
him.
Quad does. Yeah.
Well, I normally
Not a
don't agree
fan.
with Gabor, but I do have to agree with him on that. I'm not a fan of Garcelle's fashions.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes she gets it
I don't
wrong.
dress the best myself, so I'm not comfortable commenting on somebody's fashions when I don't
I'm
bring
no
it myself.
fashionista either, but you know.
I wear a t-shirt on camera all the time, and I'll do it.
I can't.
He has good moments.
Judging up a
Florida
scale.
Gal for Life says, "What would Kathy's reason be to talk bad about Sutton, Dorit, Erica Crystal on her rant?" Thank you so much for the super chat.
Because they didn't get in the van. They didn't get in the sprinter with them when she said, "Let's go." I'm Kathy. I'm Queen B. I'm Queen B. When I say go, everybody get up.
I don't know.
Y'all really don't think that Kathy act like that? Are we
I
kidding?
could see Kathy acting.
Bitch, we done seen Kathy harass the girls. Drink my drink. Kathy down there shoved them drinks down their throat. They showed the footage. She was shoving them drinks down their throat.
Yeah,
They
but
was
why
truth
are
and
they
lies.
making it a mission to bring that up? She's a guest of. Why is it such a big deal?
It
Because, like
ain't.
she
It ain't.
said-
They ate it. They drunk it before.
Like
The
she
gang
said,
crowd. You gonna shove it down our throat, Kathy?
Well, but she made them wear her nasty lip liner.
Right?
One time.
They had a whole party.
But
No,
like
she's had
Kathy
multiple
said,
parties. They had to wear it. Erica wanted to put that ratty
clip-ins,
extensions in their hair. Like they all do this. And like Andy said, we can run a whole list. Dorit came to a reunion in a wedding dress, and we've not heard anything else about her collaboration with that since.
Always. She's had like 15 fashion lines.
Exactly when she was in her dream house.
Thank you so
But
much for the super chat.
Lisa keeps making Kathy the subject because, like Kathy said, and I do believe this part, your contract was coming up, you ain't had nothing going on, and you needed your job saved.
She's like, baby, you
Right.
on camera.
Guys, we have like over 700 people in here. Let's do over 500 likes. We can do it. We're giving y'all a show. Also, before we move on, these are the bracelets I keep talking about. Once I get to 50 members, I'm going to be giving away both of these. They're just like cool little Prada bracelets. Nothing like too crazy, but it's just my way of saying thanks for the people that joined the membership. So one salute.
Aw.
They're unisex. So just a little something. Oh, did everybody have a turn?
Speaking of contracts, we know Kathy's not coming back because of Lisa and Erica are back. She's not coming back. So what would be a good cast for next season?
I think that if they brought everybody back, I mean, I really feel like this was a very good season. You know, we was glued to the TV every week. You know what I'm saying? I thought that this was a very good season.
But you got to get some heavy hitters in there. You got to get some backup for Sutton and Garcelle. So I say Denise.
Oh hell no!
Denise
was the worst cast ever.
Yeah, but
she
think
didn't want
about
to talk on camera. She did like she couldn't even like spit out she couldn't verbalize a thought. Then,
but think about how Lisa has been attacking her since then. So it might be a different turnaround now. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get you.
She had that moment. She scheduled a meeting with Lisa when Lisa was like, "Ooh, you're so angry." She had that moment and she just fumbled it. No, she doesn't need to.
I think that
Camille
Camille
first.
I think that Camille was real. You know what I'm saying? I didn't agree with everything that she did, but she was true to herself and stood in her truth, however she felt. You know what I'm saying? And so I really like Camille. I like him.
True Kelly, bring LVP and Camille back.
LVP ain't coming back. I don't think there's enough money they could offer her for her to come back.
Or some fresh blood that we don't know of.
I'm fine with Kimora. Bring Kimora on.
She ain't coming on.
Yeah, she ain't.
She talked about it.
Yeah, but she has too much. She has too much.
How do y'all feel about her issue with the Kardashians?
What was the issue?
Well, not with them, but the fact that she was with them.
She's
against Jordan.
Yeah.
With the Jordan thing?
Yeah.
I've forgotten about it.
Is Jordan I'm not trying to be funny. Was Jordan not wrong?
I mean, you're single until you're married, so
we single until we okay. I mean, I'm just asking the question. You know what I'm saying?
My only issue with that situation was all of your venom was at Jordan, and you stayed with the guy. That's my only issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have no problem with the fact that she shouldn't have been there and it was out of pocket. But you had all that venom. I mean, you tried to get this like everybody that's if it weren't for the fact that she was friends with Will and Jada Smith and they had her back and they publicly came out and defended her, like y'all really was on a campaign to destroy that woman. Yeah. And you stayed with the man and had a whole nother baby with him. That's my issue.
Yeah.
I ain't saying she was right, but the reason why I don't think Kimora comes on the show is because Kimora has too much going on in her personal life. If y'all thought they had a field day with Erica Jane and Jen Shaw, y'all Google her husband and y'all
let's talk about the husband.
Where in the world she coming on that show with everything going on with her husband?
Let's talk about the husband, and she still go by Simmons. She still go by Simmons. Let's talk about the husband.
Because she ain't legally married because he got a whole nother wife.
Did you watch On the Record? Really BTV?
I didn't.
Y'all didn't watch On the Record? On the Record is like a surviving R. Kelly, but it's like a surviving Simmons. What's his name? Russell Simmons.
Oh, I gotta go watch it.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna look at that now.
No, it's called On the Record, but it's like a surviving R. Kelly, but it's about Russell Simmons.
Yeah, Russell.
If he didn't think, let me put my allegedly banner. If he didn't think that there was anything wrong with what he did, he would not have given up ownership of his companies
and moved to Bali.
So,
serious?
You think they'll bring another? Do you think they'll bring another?
He's back. He's back now. Somebody told me he's back.
Oh, he's back. Oh, I seen him do an interview sitting Indian style on the floor. I thought he was still in Bali.
Well, he does that. He was doing that before he left.
Was he doing it when he had them girls look?
Okay, well, okay, so y'all asked for this video. Please make sure you go check it out. Y'all wanted to know what happened to Big Papa and Sweetie after I
watched it.
I watched it. I enjoyed myself. Yeah.
I think I shared it on my channel because I thought everybody knew who Big Papa was. So I'm glad you did the update on Sweetie though.
I was surprised. People asked me to do that video. I was like, I thought it was public information.
Kim
Yeah,
was
because
on
I
her
remember
laugh
when he
doing
got out.
makeup like
It
nothing
was,
was
but it
going
wasn't
on.
like blasted as much as it should have been.
I just think it's so funny that Sakina literally Monday asked about Sweetie
Oh,
on the whether you like it or
whether
not
you
panel.
like it or not panel. I'm officially part of the rewatch game. Okay, guys, so this was a really, really good episode. We have a couple of content creators up here. Gabor is going to be doing this tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Gabor's going to be doing this, huh?
I think so. You know, I hit the gym late today. I had to get some sleep today, and today was leg day. But we poking, so we good.
Well,
I mean, have you
you are
meal
doing
prepped
this
yet?
video tomorrow. Now look
Mhm.
out for Gabor's.
Y'all Mims have to get on me, y'all, because if I don't, if Mims will tell me to go on, because I really be like, look, I don't feel it. Go do the video, and make sure they like the video.
I have warned Gabor that because when at the early stages, he would be like, "Don't tell me to do no video," and now he's just like, "Okay."
And nowadays, this is the crazy part. When Mims be calling me now, I'll text him like, "Is it about YouTube?" If it's about YouTube, I'm not answering. I'm busy.
Gabor, take your warm bath with some Epsom salt to take the soreness out of your legs.
Okay.
And
thank you. I
Really
will
B,
do that.
Really B is doing this tomorrow as well, right?
Yeah, and y'all are supposed to be on the panel. Y'all got the link. Well, no, you don't, Mims. Gabor has the link already. But yeah, I'm doing it. If
What
y'all
time?
can't make it, it's cool. But y'all are invited. Let me put it like that. Y'all are invited.
What time?
7 Eastern Standard. If you need me to
So
push
that's
it
like
back,
8.
I can.
Like 8 o'clock?
I can push it to 8. That's cool.
No, I'm asking. I don't.
No, it's 7 o'clock my time, which would be 6 o'clock your time. But I can push it to 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock your time.
Central.
Okay, I can do 7 o'clock. I'm probably gonna be working till like 6 tomorrow. Y'all are getting some behind the scenes YouTube stuff. Guys,
Okay,
this
cool.
was so much fun. I appreciate everybody that came on. Thank you so much to all my members. Thank you to everybody who gave me a super chat. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. Beverly Hills has been really good to me this season. I'm actually kind of sad that it's over, but I will be doing hot topic type segments live. So wait for those. I'll probably start those
Are we doing
next
more
week.
chapters?
I am. I was gonna do that today, but guys, I woke up to this morning at 4, made a video, went to the gym, worked till like 5:30, went and bought this Lisa Rinna wig, and came here. All I had time to do was eat and get ready for this. Like, life is crazy right now. But I appreciate everybody for being here. There was some stuff that I was supposed to talk about at the beginning of this live, but it was so jam-packed. I'll probably do a video about that tomorrow and release it. Like all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's been going on.
And Mims,
But yes.
have you looked at Blink Empire, the new season yet?
I haven't watched that, but I think that Shan reviews that.
Oh,
I never
but
got.
You know they're
into
coming
it.
out with a Blink Empire in New York.
I didn't. I haven't. I think I've seen like part of one episode, but no, I haven't really.
Oh yeah, because Dorit.
Is it still gonna be with Asians?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, really wealthy Asian people. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This was awesome. Beverly Hills did not disappoint. They, in my head, have topped RHOA.
Yeah.
Like times 10. And these ratings, mark my words, I'll come back and show you guys, but I bet you they hit at least 1.5. If last week they hit 1.4.
And that's a lot for nowadays.
That's a lot for any of them because RHOA barely pulled $1 million for the reunion. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you for something else.
Okay, have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.